Good day, everyone, especially to our research advisor, Dr. Jerby Muya. I am Vicky Nathalie Magrasio Irlandes, together with my group mates, Annalyn A. Kakan and Ruel Polistico. Our research title is all about entrepreneurial potential of rice farmers in 4th District of Laguna by R.J. Lopez Polistico 2019. Introduction. The Philippines is the ninth largest rice producer in the world, accounting for 2.8% of global rice production. The Philippines was also the world's largest rice importer in 2010, early 20.7 million metric tons of palay per husk rice were produced, accounted for 21.86% of gross value added in agriculture and 2.37% GNP. Many studies conducted about the entrepreneurship in farming, but up to now, there's a minimal study that states the entrepreneurial potential of our rice farmers. In larger sense, the result of this study will provide courage and motivation as well as the information regarding on their potential and what advancement they need increase their productivity and better to increase their profit. This study was conducted during the month of October to December at 4th District of Laguna, covered the towns of Caambinti, Pami, Kalayaan, Luciana, Lumban, Mabitak, Magdalena, Mahayhay, Paite, Pagsanghan, Kakil, Pangil, Pila, Santa Cruz, Santa Maria, and Silipan. Statement of the problem. The study was conducted to determine and identify the entrepreneurial potential of rice farmers in 4th District of Laguna. What is the demographic profile of the respondents? What is the operation management of rice farmers? What are the levels of personal entrepreneurial competency of rice farmers? Is there any significant relationship between demographic profile of the respondents and personal entrepreneurial competency? Is there any significant between the respondents' operation management and the personal entrepreneurial competency? Methodology. Research design. Descriptive. Method of research describes and interprets what is. It concerned with conditions of relationship that exist, practice that prevail, beliefs, processes that are going on, effects that are being felt, or trends that are developing. Subject and sampling process. Purposive sampling like take, a purposive sample is a non-probability sample that is selected based on the characteristic of a population and the objectives of the study. There were 170 rice farmers of 4th District in Laguna randomly selected which served as respondents.
Research material instrument, interview, questionnaire, facts qualities, opportunity seeking, persistence, commitment to work contract, risk taking, demand of efficiency and quality, goal setting, information seeking, systematic planning and monitoring, persuasion and networking, self-confidence. The interpretation given to the scores per PEC are 19 and above strong, 16 to 18 moderate, and 15 below weak. Next, please. Data gathering procedure. Based on the objective, the respondents were given an adopted entrepreneurial survey test to measure their entrepreneurial potential through personal interview. The result of the survey test used to analyze the differences and level of the entrepreneurial potential of rice farmers in the 4th District of Laguna. Analysis of data. Descriptive statistics such as frequency counting, percentage, and average were used to analyze the data collected from survey. Pearson's Law, Chi-square test, Pearsman Law. The measure of entrepreneurial potential is the individual response to statements. The response will be measured in a 5-point Likert scale from strongly agree to strongly disagree, wherein percentage is equals to Fx over n times 100, where F stands for frequency and n stands for number of respondents, while mean is equals to the sum of Fx over n, where x is equals to mean and n is equals to number of respondents.
After gathering the information needed, the researchers show on his table the result of this study. On table 1, level of entrepreneurial competency of rice farmers. Goal setting was the highest computed among all competencies obtained. A verbal interpretation of moderate computed weight score of 18.09. This signifies that major of the respondents know their goals. It also indicates that the respondents have a clear plan on what are going to happen for their future. Information seeking was computed as the second to the highest on personal entrepreneurial competencies. Obtaining a verbal interpretation of moderate possessed compute weight score of 17.58. This score stated that the most of the respondents are information seeker. Now, for the second table, relationship between respondents' demographic profile and level of personal entrepreneurial competency in terms of opportunity seeking, the table showed that there are significant relationship between the land tenure status and the level of their personal entrepreneurial competency in terms of opportunity seeking. This implies that farmers' tenure status might affect their capability and eagerness to grab the opportunity. Next table, relationship between respondents' demographic profile and the level of personal entrepreneurial competency in terms of commitment to work contract. The table shows that the respondent's educational attainment has significant relationship with the personal entrepreneurial competency in terms of commitment to work contract as proven by p-value of 0.000. This implies that the education attained of the rice farmers varies their level of knowledge, perseverance, hardworking, and decision-making. Therefore, their commitment to work contract was affected due to their educational attainment. And for the next table, relationship between respondents' demographic profile and level of personal entrepreneurial competencies in terms of goal setting, the table revealed that civil status and number of children had a significant relationship with the competency in terms of goal setting. The goal setting of one's farmer will be affected due to their civil status, since the most of respondents are married. Therefore, before they set a goal, they considering their family first and foremost, as well as farmers focus on their family work or sake. Relationship between farm size and level of personal entrepreneurial competency in terms of commitment to work contract. The table below showed that there was a significant relationship between the farm size by the personal entrepreneurial competency in terms of commitment to work contract, since the p-value is 0.001, which is less than the threshold value of 0.05 on alpha level of significance. The size of the operation often determines the farmer's duty. On a large farm, the farmer might be primary a manager who directs farm workers in their duties. On a small family-operated farm, the farmer usually performs all or most of the tasks, though other family members may assist. And the last table, relationship between farm size and level of personal entrepreneurial competency in terms of risk-taking. The test of relationship in table show that there is significant correlation between the farm size and risk-taking competency. The data show the p-value is 0.001. That is less than to the threshold value of 0.05 on alpha level of significance. This implied that the risk-taking ability of the respondents depends on their farm holding.
Conclusion, respondents obtain a highest score among all competencies in terms of goal setting, while they computed a low score on competency in terms of risk-taking. Therefore, study revealed that respondents are good in setting goals, meaning they are goal setter, but then they do not have courage in taking risks, then they are not risk taker. Recommendation. On the result of the study, respondents sustain their strong potential and continue on developing their individual characteristic for their weakness, which is risk-taking. The researcher recommended that they should be more active on seminars and training to be an informed citizen on farming, to move them or to have a courage to take the risk. And also, they should collaborate from learning institutions to overcome their weakness such as risk.
Great tip. In this study, the researchers successfully addressed the following problem statement, and the use of a descriptive survey as the study design was a key factor in its success because it clearly describes and interprets the relationship between the farmer's demographic profile and their level of personal entrepreneurial competence.
We also applaud the researchers' work and patience in finishing this study, despite the fact that the sample region was too vast for a student. Given the 17 towns in the 4th District of Laguna, each with a large number of rice farmers, he completed his college mission of identifying one of the reasons why so many rice farmers in the 4th District of Laguna continue to live in poverty, despite rice being one of the most in-demand commodities in our country.
Before we end our presentation, we would like to give thanks and credit to Mr. R.J. Polistico, the researcher of this study, and to Dr. Jerby Muya, our research instructor. Again, we are your team presenter. I am Ruel Polistico, together with my group mates, Annalyn Kakal and Vicky Naturin Hernandez, wishing you a good day and thank you for listening.